Hey, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alexis. Today, we're going to be doing a reading on manifestations or opportunities that you thought the door was closed on, but they are about to open. So, first, let's talk about the overall, like, general signs that you'll get when this is happening. So, first, the first thing I was hearing before I started this reading is that you're going to get retribution for things that didn't work out. This could be in the form of opportunities. This could be in the form of like things coming to you. So like I don't know why I'm getting the example of music. So it's like if you wanted to do music and then it feels like that opportunity didn't really work out, things are gonna start happening where you're getting opportunities for it. And I'm hearing to take them like if you're saying that you want to do something or you're saying you want to manifest something and the universe kind of gives you a nudge, or I'm hearing like inspire action. If the universe gives you inspire action to take in the like direction of the path you want to go, to do it. They're saying don't fold under pressure. I did make a video kind of about that, or I was talking about that. Like you're wanting to manifest something or you're wanting something to happen, but when you get the opportunity, you're not taking it. So yeah, I'm hearing that these opportunities are coming in, and especially you're going to be successful in them. But I'm also hearing to tell y'all that if it's something that you weren't successful in the first time, let's just use music career. I don't know if someone listening is a musician, but it's like if you, let's say, put out a song and it didn't do well, it's like once you go back to do it again, it's like maybe that opportunity was just not for you. So I also just heard you're playing chess, not checkers. So it's a reason that the thing that you wanted to do before didn't necessarily work out because it wasn't meant for, I just heard certain people to see it. It wasn't meant for you to see it, it wasn't meant for people to see it. Like that is just something that um it would be better off if it didn't happen. I'm also hearing people that you could have worked with, like it could have been opportunities that um you weren't supposed to work with a certain person. I just heard someone was treating you like a novice, like a beginner, like someone thought you didn't really know what you were doing. Or I just heard because of pride, they're saying put your pride to the side, but also the person, whoever it is, should have done that. I'm hearing more balance because the number on this card is six, and then the lovers card just came out, which is also six. So they're saying um the basic lovers meaning head over heart decisions. So like doing things that are logical, things that will like logistically progress you to the point you want to be in life or in your manifestation, rather than like just going off of feelings. Of course, going off your intuition and feelings is good, but also like making logical decisions. Like I said, like if you want to be a musician, the logical thing to do is probably like make a song and put out the song so people can hear it. Or in any manifestation, like the sometimes you have to take logical steps or logical actions to get to where you want. I'm thinking of like a supply house or like a warehouse. Like you're the supplier, whatever it is, your talent, your art. If you're a creator, like you have to make your art or make your like, I just heard feelings. Even if you are using feelings, they're saying intuitive feelings. Some of you might be intuitive artists, like you don't really have a pattern that you like to go by, or you don't really have like a strict structure of how you do things, but it's more so like you just like to intuitively express yourself. They're saying you need to package that into something tangible, even if it's like freestyling. I guess we're gonna stick with the music thing, but like if it's like freestyling, like sure, freestyle intuitively, but also maybe like try to structure it a little bit into like a verse and a hook and a blah blah blah. Or maybe like the structure would just be you putting it in a song. Or like if you're a dancer, like yes, you can freestyle, you can dance intuitively, but the structure would be you maybe teaching a class or teaching a course or like something like that. You're gonna start to get opportunities that are aligned with your talents. And I'm hearing art, and then that's going to help a manifestation come in for you. It doesn't have to be a manifestation. It could just be an opportunity. Like you don't literally have to be manifesting it, but okay. Let's talk about the subconscious energy surrounding this is higher power. So I'm really feeling like when I first seen these cards, I thought that this one was going to be in the co-conscious energy, but it is in the subconscious. So it's like subconsciously, you know that you have a higher calling for whatever it is that this is. Like, you know that you're meant to do it. It's something that could bring you abundance. It's something that I just heard you are banking on. And then also something that you really want to do. Something you've been either seeing, like visualizing a path for it, or it's something that you have been planning for. even if it's something you weren't actively participating in. But some of you, I'm feeling like you did work in this field. Like this is either a field that you work in, or this is a field that you want to work in. This is something that you have worked on. But this is also something that has given you some type of like grief, or like you feel kind of uncomfortable about doing it again or starting it again because of the way that it worked out the first time. Okay. Yeah, this is something that you definitely put work in. They told me to say that's what they said. Like your spirit guides are saying this is something that you worked hard on. Maybe that you collaborated with people on. I don't know if, let's see what happened in these collaborations. Like they're saying it didn't work out. The moon in reverse. So the moon is like kind of about concealing things and keeping things secret. So maybe it's like I said, like if you're making music and you're not putting the music out, like it's something that you're keeping to yourself. You're hiding it. You're not sharing your art. You're not sharing your talents. You're not sharing the things that could help more doors open up in terms of the opportunities that you want. Okay. Quick pause. I don't know if I said this, but on my website, we're going to, if this reading is resonating with you, we're going to talk about why this thing was delayed for you. And then we're going to talk about how you can align your energy so that it can actually come into you. And then we're also going to be giving like actionable tips so that you can align your energy with the actual physical manifestation. Like you're not just, it's not just an energetic thing, but physical tips on how you can make it happen. Okay. So now let's talk about the co-conscious energy that was subconscious. And the cards, the way I have them laid out from subconscious to co-conscious, it goes from like pink to blue. And for me, that's kind of like intuition to knowledge, or like feeling into like just feeling like something could happen, into knowing and trusting that it could happen. So for this one, you have round and round, which is kind of like cycles. You're going through cycles, maybe of I want to do it, I don't want to do it, I like it, I don't like it. I'm also here. I heard artist fatigue. I don't know what that is. Kind of maybe like a writer's block, but for artists, like you get tired of creating, so you just don't. And then also, what did I want to say? Anyway, it'll come back to me. So we have the Empress. This can have to do with maternal cycles. I always say this, honey. It has something to do with your mother. 9 times out of 10, it literally always has something to do with your mother. Because we live in a matrix, we live in a feminine masculine matrix, but whatever. So this could have to do with your mother, her earning potential, not just your mother, but like feminine figures in your life, how you seeing them expressing themselves, expressing their arts. I'm hearing like their talents. If you have a mother that mother, when I say mother, think of mother, grandmother, aunts, older women who raised you. Like if you see them and how they express their talents, you probably, I don't want to say copy them, but you probably like, even like I'm hearing older teachers, like women, they don't have to be older, but like women who are teachers, like that you literally learn from in school. So far, oh my goodness. So we have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Who's missing? The Queen of Cups is missing. Okay. So we'll see if she comes out. But especially with all of these queens and this Empress, you know that the four queens make up the Empress. And right now, because the Queen of Cups is not out here, I'm gonna say it's an emotional thing. I just heard emotional baggage. Maybe that's stopping you from creating. I just heard also stopping your mother from creating the world and the Two of Swords. Something that you're not seeing, a karmic cycle that you're not seeing. And like I said, obviously, not obviously, but probably connected definitely to a woman. There's only women or feminine, let's say feminine. There's only feminine cards out here. Even on the world card and the Two of Swords, there's a feminine person on the card. And then they both had mask over their eyes. So I definitely feel like there's like some type of karmic pattern or cycle that you're not seeing. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, let's see what's happening in the emotional field, because if in the Queen of Pentacles, that means that it's something that you can earn from. It has earning potential. Um, the Queen of Swords says that it is something that you're good at, like maybe intellectually. And then also the Queen of Wands says that it's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you want to do. So yeah, but let's see what's happening in the emotional area. The Magician, you're still manifesting your emotions. If it's something you feel like, I just heard intuitive about. Okay, that's telling me to move on to the next thing. So that's enough for your, what was that, co-conscious feelings? Like co-consciously you feel like you're in a cycle. And that means that that's, I'm guessing the co-conscious relationship is between you and your mother. Like that's the person that you're co-creating that with. Hmm. The high priestess. They're saying that you know that this is something that's stopping you. They just said from getting a bag. Because the Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse with the high priestess. So it's like intuitively you know that operating like this person or letting this person influence how you operate is impacting the money that you make. There's a little rat on the there's a rat and a turtle. I feel like the rat race, that's important. If you're used to seeing women work hard, like being a part of the rat race, that could also be impacting you because feminine femininity is naturally supposed to be receiving. It's naturally supposed to be like, I just seen this TikTok the other day that said women shouldn't have to work. They should just be able to have a bubble bath and do something. Like if you're seeing women working hard for what they want, or maybe you feel like you have to work hard, like, but you are a primarily feminine person, and then there's a turtle, which makes me think of like it's slow growth, like being a part of the rat race, but still having slow growth. And I'm guessing that's how you get to the Ten of Pentacles, honey, because that's what's on this card. But I just feel like, especially in a feminine energy, that's not going to work. At least the receiving part of it. The working part of it, yes. The receiving part, absolutely not. Okay. And they're telling me to tell you that they said absolutely not. When I say they, whatever spirit guides, and etc. you look to for guidance, that's who's giving you this message right now. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about the masculine energy, and then I'll go back to the feminine energy, which I feel like will maybe tie into the co-conscious energy, since we already said that it was related to a mother figure. Okay, so now for the masculine energy, we have the world in reverse. And when I think about the world, I think about Saturn structure, things that happen like in the 3D, like in the this physical reality. But because the world is in reverse, either one, you're not supposed to, they're saying it's subconscious. Like if you think about as above, so below, and it's not on earth, so that means it's something subconscious. Like I said, something you're keeping to yourself, you're not sharing. Um the world card in reverse. It was also something else I wanted to say. They said something about a frequency, the frequency of whatever it is you're doing. And then also the Three of Pentacles came out again. So I'm thinking of like collaborative energy, something you're worrying about opinions of others too much, like not trusting your own insight or intuition. Something you're protected. It's kind of like when people like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Like you're sensitive about your craft, and so you don't want to share it that much, even though you probably should, because it is something that you're good at. It's something you're knowledgeable in. It's something you've made plans for. I'm hearing a vault, like if you just got a bunch of songs stored in a vault but you haven't released them. It's something you're intuitive at, like you're passionate about. Like I just heard you're creative, so like you're a person that can just do this thing. You don't need to study it. You didn't need anybody to train you on it. You didn't have to go get a degree or a certification for it. You're just natural at it. It's something you love, and that you're um they're saying logical and prepared. They're also saying you're prepared, like you're prepared to do it. There's nothing holding you back except for yourself. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. You have conflict maybe about holding it in, or like it's something that could help you express yourself as well. Like if you're holding in any type of emotions, they're saying transgressions, you can get it out through this craft. I'm seeing like artists, like those splatter paint artists that kind of just throw the paint all over the canvas, but that at the end it looks like a beautiful picture. They're saying this is something that can help you pay homage to your family, to your bloodline by being creative, allowing yourself to create. They're saying you're your ancestors' wildest dreams. So it's giving me like things that people before you couldn't do. Like maybe they weren't allowed to, maybe they just didn't get the same opportunities, whatever the case was, honey. But um like you are actually able to do it. I also just heard it's a way for you to let God speak through you, to channel your inner God and like show that through your art or through your work, your craft, your business, whatever it is. They're saying even in small ways, intellectual. Some of you are poets, intellectual poets, like those super woke hotep poets. They're saying leave the emotion out of it. Like this is something that you need to logically do. And I'm not saying leave the emotion out of it as in like don't create from your emotion. I'm saying like I mean to say like being over emotional, like overthinking it. This is something that you've loved to do since childhood and something you've been able to naturally do since childhood. There's no reason for you to like overly feel any type of way about it. Like move from the space of where you were in your mind, or like as far as energetically feeling uncomfortable doing it, to a space where you feel like everything is working out. I also feel like affirmations, like self-concept and things like that could help. Okay, there's a marrying of two energies. All right, let's move into the feminine energy. So for the feminine energy, you have flexible. Also, 19, the card number is 19, which is a Libra degree in astrology. And Libra is attached to Venus, is attached to femininity. Mostly all of these cards are pink and blue, which makes me feel like how I just said before, there's a balancing of energies. You'll start to notice that you have more flexibility with the things you're doing. So it's like if before you would only do it this one way. And that's maybe partly related to why it didn't happen, or like why it was so difficult for this thing to manifest for you. But um yeah, like it's like you would have to carry a very heavy load because you were just so hell bent on it has to be done this way, it has to be done this way. But as things evolve and change, I'm hearing like social media algorithms, like they change every few weeks, if not like maybe days or months. I don't know. But social media algorithms change often. And it's like you weren't adjusting to what it is that you were doing. And so it felt like it was burdening you to the point where you couldn't figure out why it wasn't working anymore, or like why the door, like I said, was closed and now it's reopening because you're going to adjust and not be emotional about the fact that you have to adjust. You're just going to do it. Okay. I mean, maybe you're going to do it. I'm telling you, that's what you probably should do. Okay. I just keep hearing intuitive. Like this thing is going to be intuitive. You just create from your intuition, create from the pure space of I like to create. I want to create this, not from like it has to be super sanctioned out. And then I'm thinking of like the people, like if you're trying to be a content creator, and then people will always tell you, I have this thing too. I'm gonna stop doing it now that I'm literally saying this, but like you have to post at this time, you have to structure this post like this, you have to post 3 times for the algorithm. Like that takes away the creativity from it. At that point, you just don't want to do it anymore. So it gets more difficult. Unless you're, of course, a bot that doesn't care about the like I'm hearing quality and integrity of your creation. Like you're just doing it to do it, or you're just posting it to post it. But if it's like you are a creative, like your craft, here comes the Queen of Swords. I mean, the Queen of Cups finally. But like you are creating because you like to create. You're not like just doing it to do it or posting to post. Okay. So from a place of emotional maturity, they're saying, because of course, not of course, at first we said don't be overly emotional, but you're doing this from a place of emotional maturity, of like, I know what I'm doing. Entering into mastery, they're saying. Okay, so that's what I have. Thank you for watching this video. If this resonated, go ahead and like it. As I said before, on my website, we're going to talk about why this thing was delayed in your life and how you can align your energy physically as well as like frequency wise to make this thing manifest into physical reality. Okay, I feel like we kind of touched on that in this video, but we'll go deeper into how. I'm going to say thank you. Yeah, bye.